hold the breath for as long as possible, and then exhale consciously. And during this process, relax your physical body and don't allow the mind to wander anywhere. Focus the mind on the breath. And once the mind attains single pointed focus on the breath, it will quieten automatically. So, do this a few times and you can experience immediately a sense of peace in your mind. Now, with a quietened mind, Upanishad mantras advise us to do dhyanam on the supreme truth, Brahma Tattvam. After studying the Vedanta Shastras, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, Tat Jalaniti Shanta Upasita. Chandogya Upanishad mantra says that Shanta Upasita. First quieten the mind, Shanta, then Upasita, then do Pasana Nididhyasanam. The dhyanam you do after understanding the Brahma Tattvam through study of Vedanta Shastras is called as Nididhyasanam, where you go over all the key Upanishad mantras in the mind and focus on the supreme reality and understand that Supreme Brahman is also your own true nature. So, Shanta Upasita on Brahman as what? Sarvam Khalu Idam. Khalu, verily, in reality, the only absolute reality all around us is Brahma Tattvam, which is of the nature of pure or absolute existence, absolute consciousness principle, and absolute bliss, Satchidananda Swarupam. And this absolute reality is the fundamental substratum from which the relatively real, seemingly real universe arises. The entire universe itself is seemingly real. Then what about our own physical body, sense organs, mind, intellect, thoughts, emotions, relationships, possessions, everything will be relatively real, seemingly real. There's no absolute reality, but our mind gets attached to it constantly. So, constantly doing dhyanam on the supreme principle, understanding that my true nature also is the same as Brahman, will help you get away from all the ups and downs that you face in life by this Atma Jnanam. So, the relatively real universe arises from the absolutely real supreme principle called Brahman. So, to understand this much better and to focus much better, since Brahman is infinite, Brihattamatvat Brahma, huge, vast. Upanishad mantras point out the same Brahman is the absolute reality, pure consciousness principle within all of you. Ashariram sharireshu anavastheshvavasthitam Mahantam vibhumatmanam matva dhiro na shochati. So within this physical body, sharireshu, matter principle, there is the supreme reality, pure consciousness, which is ashariram. It doesn't belong to the matter principle, pure consciousness. How nice it is. You don't need to go in search of this supreme principle all over the globe. It is very much within you. Actually, it's your own true nature. Ashariram sharireshu anavastheshvavasthitam. It is present in all the three states of experience. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, waking, dream, and deep sleep, but totally unattached. Any of the impressions that can happen, whereas our mind gets impressed, mind gets attached to all the happenings in the three states of experience, whereas the supreme principle, consciousness principle, does not get affected. So once I understand my own true nature as pure consciousness, I also won't get attached. I also will not go through the ups and downs that happen during the three states of experience. So, anabastheshvavasthitam. That's why tam mahan, the greatest principle, vibhum, most glorious principle. What is it? Atmanam, that Atman. What you should do? Matva, understand, realize, internalize, transform yourself to this constant thought that Aham Brahmasmi, I am that absolute truth. Oh Matva, what happened? Dhiraha na shochati, goes beyond all sorrows, goes beyond confusion, goes beyond delusion and sorrows, attains immortality. So knowledge of absolute reality bestows immortality and supreme bliss. So let's see how Bhagavan is going to lead us to this ultimate truth. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः निधये सर्वविद्यानां षजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः अपारकरुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्महम् ॐ. All switch on camera, sit straight, chant Em Brahma loudly. यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः. ओम श्री कृष्णाय परमात्मने नमः. Now chant the 6 shlokas. On cameras, be attentive, serious, and understand the meaning also while chanting these 6 shlokas. Om Shri Ganesha Namaha, Shri Saraswati Namaha, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Teshamevanukampartham Ahamajnanajam Tamaha Nashayamyatmabhavasthaha ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितं न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानम् येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानं प्रकाशयति तत्परं यथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणं तमाहुः पण्डितं बुधाः. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Now, all of you on cameras. Now, while these 6 shlokas raises your awareness to the absolute truth, which is supreme principle through jnanam. Now, how to deal with the relative universe. These 5 shlokas should be constantly remembered. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mame Vaye Prapadyante Mayametam Taranti Te Ananyastintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Mahamyaham Mattah Parataram Nanyate Kinchidasti Dhananjaya Mayi Sarvamidam Protam Sutre Maniganaiva Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hriddesherjuna Tishtati Brahmayan Sarvabhutani Yantrarudhani Mayaya. So, one should have this absolute truth in the mind constantly. What is that? Prapancho yadi vidyeta nivarteta na samshayaha maya matramidam dvaitam advaitam paramarthataha ओम शांति 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 ही। अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता एकादशोऽध्यायः विश्वरूपदर्शनयोगः। ओम नारायणः परो व्यक्तात् अंडमं व्यक्तसंभवम् अंडस्यान्तस्मिमे लोकाः सप्तद्वीपा च मेदिनी। ओम। Now, Shloka number 44, which we learned in the last class. Stand. Shloka 44, chapter 11, 11.44. Arjuna uvacha tasmat pranamya pranidhaya kayam prasadayet vamahameshamidhyam piteva putrasya sakheva sakhyuhu प्रियः प्रियायार्हसि देव सोढुम्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Hardam Swagatam, hearty welcome to the next session on the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, which is called as Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. So, the most important aspect of this chapter is Bhagavan's practical demonstration, you can call, or practical vision given to Arjuna and through Bhagavad Gita to all of us, that the supreme reality is the fundamental substratum for the relatively real, seemingly real, actually unreal universe. Once you understand this supreme truth, you get supreme peace. So, knowledge of supreme truth gives you supreme peace. How? Because there is only one reality, that is Brahman. That same absolute reality is my true nature. Everything else is only relatively real. Everything means everything. And again, everything is what? Sir, only my wife, my children, my money. This you can keep it as absolute real, lest you keep it as unreal. No. Everything, including your physical body. Next level, what? Your own sense organs, thoughts, emotions, then your nearest kith and kin, then from there, everything. You'll say, sir, somewhere 1,000 miles away, unreal is fine, but don't tell me that my money is unreal. Huh? Money also unreal, only for Vyavaharam. See, in the unreal world or seemingly real world, everything that is seemingly real is useful. So please understand this. Advaita Vedanta should be understood correctly. From the absolute standpoint, everything is seemingly real. But from the seemingly real Vyavaharam, from a transactional standpoint, there is some reality. That's why it's called as what? What is it called as? Relative reality. Know these two important terms. What is that? Vyavaharika Satyam and Paramarthika Satyam. Very good, Ram Subbu. One who understands both this very, very clearly can have a very peaceful life. How? Whatever happens in Vyavaharam, that is in the life, you treat it as required functionally, but not emotionally. Emotionally, don't attach to anything that happens in the world. Do your duty, because so many things will happen and you are called upon to do all your activities from Vyavaharika Satyam, relative reality, transactional reality. Do whatever you're supposed to do as per your position and your functions. Whereas internal in the mind, you always stick to the absolute truth, is called Paramarthika Satyam. That is the entire universe that is appearing. There is only one absolute truth, Brahma Tattvam, on which the entire universe appears. Similarly, my physical body also and other connected entities are only relatively real. This truth, own up to absolute reality, try and manage the relatively real to the extent possible. So, Bhagavan has given this vision to Arjuna. So, This relatively real universe is not only one way. Everything very pleasurable, very happy, very nice, very wonderful. So, like Arjuna found out, initially everything was very wonderful, right? Very nice to see. Aha, seeing so many things. He also told, I seen Brahmaji. So, when you see something new, you'll say, I saw that. Like that, Arjuna also says that I saw all these things, all the different devatas, everything. But then, after that, when you started focusing on Bhagavan's another aspect, what is the aspect of the relatively real world? It also will become extinct at some point in time. On cameras, all of you, pay attention. So Bhagavan's role as the mighty time and the destructor of the universe. And so here in a very limited form, because the end has come for the warriors in the Kurukshetra war. Yes or no? Simply Bhagavan won't destroy people. That means what? Simply things won't get happen. I mean, things won't get destroyed. So time will come. So that is why two things are connected here: time and destruction. So nothing happens in a haphazard way. In a war, people have to die or not? Can you fight a war and say everybody should live happily ever after? Is it possible? Some people have to die. So whoever is destined to die, Bhagavan is giving that vision to Arjuna. And so when he looked at this fear from Bhagavan, he got very scared. So his transformation from wonder to fear. And finally, when he understood, some extent, yes, Bhagavan will take these three forms, Srishti, Sthiti, Layam. So, as Layakarta also, it's Bhagavan. Supreme devotion so engulfs his mind and he actually also all the different names of Bhagavan. So, some of them are what? Easily understandable. Some of them are Vedantic truth. Acharya Shankara has also pointed out some of the terms you need Vedanta Jnanam to understand, which we have gone through in detail. And after praising Bhagavan in various ways, he also remembers suddenly the same Supreme Bhagavan he has slighted, he has talked in a disrespectful way many times. So, out of ignorance or out of extreme affection, he thinks that he may not have paid the right respect to Bhagavan. So, he seeks what? Forgiveness from Bhagavan. Please forgive me. So, please forgive me. So, here Arjuna is asking what? Forgiveness from Bhagavan for some small transgressions. Whereas, what we should do? Should constantly seek forgiveness from Bhagavan for not doing our ordained duties. So, Acharya Shankara wonderfully says that, Hey Parameshwara, forgive me for all the misdemeanors. Like that, here is an example where it is a reminder to us that whatever transgressions we do, also we should seek forgiveness. So, Shiva Aparadha Kshamapana Stotram. Try and learn that. In that, Acharya Shankara clearly says what all things that we are supposed to do, we miss out doing. So, please forgive me. Now, Shloka number 44 is saying, therefore. So, he says two reasons. One, I am still ignorant. I have done mistakes, whereas you are Paramatma, you are the Supreme. So, therefore, forgive my transgressions. I am now prostrating to you. What? Completely. Sashtanga Namaskaram. I'm doing Sashtanga Namaskaram. One of the best ways to seek forgiveness, especially with people directly, if you have done some mistake, fall at their feet. So it's all example. What we are now doing now, it's all already appearing in Bhagavad Gita, in all the Puranas, Itihasas. Best way is seek forgiveness directly from that person. Don't do indirectly. Don't call somebody and say, see, I'm sorry. Please tell that person I'm sorry. Don't tell that. You directly go either verbally, better physically fall at the feet and seek forgiveness. And immediately, see, anybody, there is nobody in the world who will not forgive when you seek forgiveness. Have you seen? When the most stone-hearted person will forgive. Okay, chalo bhai, it's okay. Huh? So, but sincerity should be there. First of all, you should realize that I have done a mistake. You should approach the person directly and make sure you prostrate and seek forgiveness. So that's exactly what Arjuna is doing. It may not be a very big mistake. What as a friend he has done some things, but now he thinks even that is a mistake. The moment you believe it's a mistake, make sure you seek forgiveness. So he is saluting, prostrating. He says, I'm saluting and prostrating my entire physical body. I am what? Seeking your forgiveness. So I'm seeking your blessings. So I'm propitiating you. And who are you? You are the most adorable Lord. Very, very important. The word idhyam, write down, underline the word idhyam. Idhyam means that which is most adorable. Comes from Ishanam, idhyam. Okay, we'll look at Shankara Bhashyam. Idhyam. So, most adorable. So, he once again asks, you should forgive me for my different offenses or transgressions. He gives few examples. This is the father forgives his son or daughter, whoever, his children, when they what approach the father for forgiveness. Here, father forgives the son is taking, and just as a friend also will forgive. Sometimes you do something, you ask forgiveness from friend, friend also will forgive you. Hello, okay, it's okay. Otherwise, what will happen? The enmity will become bigger and bigger, and finally it lead to a lot of mental torture. Yes or no? Any kind of breakdown of relationship, whether it is husband and wife or friends or other things, causes lot of mental torture. So don't allow that to happen. It's called nip it in the bud. Best is when there is a mistake, accept and move on. So your friend will forgive another friend. Definitely here, see, Arjuna is pointing out husband forgiving the wife. Opposite also is true. This is what is very important for Kali Yugam in this world now. Yes or no? For some small things, what happens? Husband and wife fight and afterwards end up in court. Right or no? It's happening more and more now. So Bhagavad Gita is giving so many different messages and lessons. So seek forgiveness is a mistake. Because I'll tell you, to build back a relationship is very, very difficult. It will break within a second. Yes or no? Suppose a glass, just no glass, tumbler glass, whatever, when it falls down, breaks into pieces, right? Can you put it together? Very, very difficult. So similarly, when the mind is broken, difficult to put it together. So don't allow it to reach that stage. Seek forgiveness or seek some kind of composure and make sure that you don't break down the relationship. So look at the Padavibhaga Anmaya. A lot of lessons you're learning. So from Gita, including practically how to manage life. Mistakes will happen because in a fit of emotion, sometimes you'll say something. Even though you know it is wrong, what is preventing us from seeking some kind of forgiveness or asking for or saying sorry? Our own ego. And this ego will make you what? Mad. One day you will find too much of pressure and you will break down. Be careful. So make sure you are maintaining equanimity and some transgression come back to normal quickly. Now look at the Padavibhaga Anvaya Shloka 44. Tasmat pranamya pranidhaya kayam prasadaye tvam aham isham idhyam. Clear? Simple, right? Now, pita eva. Pita eva you put. So, eva. Pita because akar, right? Pita eva. Because pita eva. Pita eva putrasya sakha eva. Sakyuhu Priyaha Priyayaha. Priyaha Priyayaha. Then what? Hasi. Arhasi. So Priyaha Priyayaha Arhasi. Then Deva Sodhum. Clear? Pita iva putrasya sakha iva sakyuhu priyaha priyayaha arhasi deva sodham. Okay, now look at the anvaya. Tasmat pranamya pranidhaya kayam aham prasadaye. So, where is aham prasadaye? Twamaham ishamidhyam. From that take aham. Aham prasadaye tvam idhyam isham. Isham idhyam becomes idhyam isham. He deva. So here only simple what? Sambodhana vibhakti. He deva. Arhasi sodhum. So priyaryarhasi. Priyayarhasi is there, no? Arhasi sodhum. Iva pita putrasya. Iva sakha sakyuhu. And also Iva again. Another priyaha priyayaha. Clear? Three examples. Iva pita putrasya. Iva sakha sakyuhu. Iva you add in bracket. Priyaha priyayaha. And we are clear? PBA team? Okay. Now look at the individual meaning, because once you do PVA, you will understand it perfectly. Tasmat. Therefore. Why therefore? Previous sloka 43. You are the father of the world. So, father of the world means what? Father of Arjuna also or not? Huh? You cannot say father of the world, but not my father. How can you say that? So, because you are father of the world also, you are my father. Therefore, pranamya, saluting, doing what? Prostration, namaskaram, pranidhaya, prakarshena nidhaya. That means what? Totally prostrating kayam, the body. That means what? So it is not just, no. Sometimes what we do, you are a bit shy to follow the feet. So we'll say, okay, half measure, no half measure here. Fully fall down. That's why when you have Acharya Darshan or Mahans or even temple, wherever, don't look here and there. Who is seeing? If I do prostration, will somebody know, think? No. People have got lot of different kind of inhibitions, right? And if you do namaskaram, what will other people think? I will not become too small. By doing more and more namaskaram, you become greater. I keep referring to Mahaparivas Namaskara Mahima. So very nicely Acharya has explained how much benefit you are getting by doing namaskaram. The more and more you do namaskaram, the more and more the I sense, ego reduces, humility develops. And once you get humility, what happens? You develop Shraddha. So that Shraddha Bhakti. So Vinayam, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini. So very important. Shraddhavan Labhate Jnanam. More, if you want to become a Jnani in this life, the first thing that you should get is Vinayam. Without Vinayam, Vidya will not come. Without Vidya, there is no hope to move towards Brahma Vidya. So, Arjuna did the right thing by totally prostrating. Pranidhaya. Complete. Sashtanga Namaskaram. What is Sashtanga Namaskaram? Sa Ashta Anga Namaskaram. 8 limbs. One day we'll discuss about this. What all aspects of the physical body for Purushas. For the strees, Panchanga Namaskaram here, Sashtanga Namaskaram, prostrating the body. Aham prasadaye. Aham, I. Arjuna is saying, prasadaye, I am propitiating you. I am offering my humble namaskarams to you. Appreciate. Who tvam, you. Who are you? Idhyam Isham. So the most adorable, the most glorious Isham, Lord. Now, so far, he is declaring his intent to fall at the feet, also is fallen at the feet and is seeking forgiveness. Further, he wants to say, you should forgive me. Arhasi sodhum. You should forgive in bracket all my transgressions, my different offenses. Best way to get rid of even the guilty feeling of having done anything wrong is to seek forgiveness from Bhagavan or from the right person. Arhasi sodhum. You should. Arhasi means you should. Sodhum. You should forgive my offenses. How? Gives three examples. Eva pita putrasya. Just as a father, in bracket, forgives the offenses of the son. So, see, putrasya. Which vibhakti? Shashti vibhakti. Write down. Ah, of the son. What of the son? Offenses. So, you should supply the word. Some of them are implied meaning. Just as a father forgives the offenses or transgression mistakes of a son. See, any mistake is pardonable. What is unpardonable is not seeking pardon. Are you reading the point? If you make a mistake, it's fine because to err is human, right? To forgive is divine. But what is unpardonable is justifying the mistake and not seeking forgiveness or pardon is unpardonable. Understand this? Right. So, seek the forgiveness of the father. Father will forgive the son. So, just as the father forgives the offenses of the son. So, Eva, just example, just like Pita Putrasya. Pita, you know, Pita, what are other? Grandfather means what? Pita Maha. Then, great grandfather, Prapita Maha or Pita Maha. Like that. Huh? Like that from the father. Eva Sakha Sakyuhu. Sakha. Just as a friend forgives the offenses or transgressions, Sakyuhu, Shashti Bhakti, of the friend. Sakyuhu. And similarly, Priyaha. Priyaha here is a Pullinga. So just as a husband forgives the offenses of Priyayaha, of the wife. Those times it's all legal only. Ken. Priyaha, Priyayaha, husband, wife only. Today it will be different. So Priyaha means husband, Priyayaha means of the wife. So clear? So Arjuna has given some examples, but overall message is that Bhagavan, please forgive me. So try and learn the Shiva Paradha Kshamapana Stotram and chant it. Very simple Shankara Bhashyam. Look at the Bhashyam. Tasmat pranamya namaskritya pranidhaya prakarshena nichaihi Dhritva kayam shariram. Prakarashena nichaihi. It doesn't fall down completely. That's called prostration. Kayam shariram. Prasadaye prasadam karaye. So, tvam aham isham ishata ishitaram idhyam stutyam. So, isham is ishitaram. That means what? Supreme. Mighty Lord, Idhyam means what? Stutyam, worthy of adoration, most adorable. Idhyam. Then, Stutyam is what? Acharya is giving the meaning. Stutyam means what? Worthy of worship, worthy of praise, worthy of being adorable. Then, Tvam Punaha, Putrasya Aparadham Pita. Just like Father will forgive the son's transgressions. Yatha kshamate sarvam. Sakha, that means what? With namaskaram, what? All the what? Mistakes you can seek forgiveness, not one, just one here, one there. So seek total forgiveness. Evam, so क्षमते सर्वं सखा इव च सख्युः अपराधं यथा वा प्रियः प्रियायाः अपराधं क्षमते एवं हर्हसि हे देव. So definitely you should forgive me. What? Sodhum prasahitum. So you have to forgive me. Kshantum ityarthaha. So forgive me is Arjuna's what statement here. So he's now concluding. Now he is now coming to the end of his own. He's satiated with now the Vishwarupam, also the various aspects, including the fierce aspect, which is now bothering his mind. What is the thought before becoming devotional? This devotion also has come out of fear. It does not come just like that. So the fears of Bhagavan is very much in the mind. He wants to now what? Maybe he's thinking, I should not have asked for this. So he is now asking a different thing from Bhagavan. Let us see. Loka number 45. Arjuna uvacha adrishtapurvam hrishitosmi drishtva bhayena cha pravyathitam mano me tadeva me darshaya deva rupam prasida devesha jagannivasa.
अर्जुन उवाच अदृष्टपूर्वं हृषितोऽस्मि दृष्ट्वा भयेन च प्रव्यथितं मनो मे तदेव मे दर्शय देवरूपं प्रसीद देवेश जगन्निवास.
Very good. First together. अर्जुन उवाच अदृष्टपूर्वं हृषितोऽस्मि दृष्ट्वा भयेन च प्रव्यथितं मनो मे तदेव मे दर्शय देवरूपं प्रसीद देवेश जगन्निवास. ओम शांति शांति शांति. So having sought forgiveness from Bhagavan, Arjuna is now saying, I have been really fortunate, gifted, blessed to see this Vishwarupam. So only two people in this particular context, Sanjaya and Arjuna, were able to see the Vishwarupam of Bhagavan, universal form, which normally other people cannot see. Other people cannot see a physical substratum for the entire universe. They have to understand Vedanta Shastras and understand that there is a supreme principle which is the supporting principle for the entire universe. Understanding? Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitartha. That is the understanding to study Vedanta Shastras. Here is a physical Ishvara Tattvam supporting the entire universe. Vishwarupam. What is the sloka? Tagum Satyam Param Brahma Purusham Krishna Pingalam Urdharetam Virupaksham Vishwarupaya Vai Namo Namaha. So, seeing this universal form, which is not possible by anybody, nor has been seen by anybody before. So, even that he is saying, nobody has seen this form in this detail, you can say. To some extent, Yashoda was able to see in Krishna's mouth, yes or no? So, when Yashoda tied Krishna to a pole, to rope, because he is supposed to have taken something in the mouth. So she says, open the mouth, open the mouth. He says, I won't open the mouth. Small boy, small Kuti Krishna. And suddenly, after some time, he opens the mouth. What does Yashoda see in the mouth? Entire world, right? So, there it is not what? Did that happen first or this happen first? Which happened first? This much should be in the class to understand, no? That's so Vishwarupam was relatively what? Somewhat seen by Yashoda, but since Arjuna is saying for the first time, it's not been seen by anybody before, you should take it that in this great detail, because Yashoda did not focus on the destructive aspect of Bhagavan, right? Others should have been scared. So she thought some dream, then forgot immediately, right? Here, he's got mentally affected. So he says this kind of detailed vision nobody has had before, right in bracket, detailed vision nobody has seen before. I am delighted. So though he is no having a lot of fear, he says, I'm very delighted to have seen this wonderful form of viewers that nobody has seen before. At the same time, my mind also is afflicted with fear. So Arjuna is very frank. Some people are a bit what hesitant to accept. There is fear in the mind. Arey bhai, they will not accept that I am a dar gaya. They won't say, right? But here Arjuna is very frank with Bhagavan, saying that even though everything is very wonderful, my mind is also having a lot of afflicted with fear. So see, look at Bhagavan has to listen to a bhakta. So when Arjuna asked, show me your no Vishwarupam, Bhagavan showed. Now Arjuna is saying, enough of this. So this aspect is very fearful. Whenever I see, I'm looking at the same destructive aspect only. So go back to your familiar form, two hands, two legs, or whatever. No, simple form, normal form, which I will not be or having any fear. So show me that familiar form of yourself, hey Bhagavan, your God of gods, hey Bhagavan. And he wants to also continue whatever he was praising. You are the abode of the entire universe, Jagannivasa. So be gracious, be kind, and please bless me by going back to normal form. First request was bless me by showing the universal form. Now also you no prayer is you bless me by going back to normal form. That means what? Sometimes when we seek something which we don't know how to manage, then what you will ask? Return back to status quo. Correct? So, like many people want to go on different what? Joy ride in all this, no? Disney World and other places. Initially, you say, I'm very happy sitting down. When you go in that and the peak of fear comes, then you will say, when is this going to end? Yes or no? Be frank, at least, no? Vedanta class, be frank. Huh? I also been through that. Initially, it looks very nice. Starting, then build up. Suddenly, you will then come to one point and say, when will this end? So, similarly, here Arjuna is saying, enough of this. Please go back to your normal form. So, look at the Padavibhaga Anmaya for shloka number 45. The last shloka where Arjuna now is a combination of what? Fear and devotion. Bhaya Bhakti. Both are there in this shloka. Adrishtapurvam Hrishitaha Asmi Drishtva Bhayena. So underline two words. Hrishitaha Bhayena. So both what? Wonder, happiness and fear. Cha Pramvyathitam Manaha Me Tat Eva Me Darshaya He Deva Rupam Prasida Devesha. You can call it, keep it as one word, Devesha. Jagannivasa, one word, Devesha. So, here two words are being addressed to Bhagavan. Underline Deva and Devesha. So, He Deva, He Devesha. Clear? Deva plus Isha, Devesha. Now, look at the Anmaya. Drishtva. Where is Drishtva? Adrishtapurvam Hrishitaha Asmi Drishtva. So that Drishtva becomes the first word. Adrishtapurvam Asmi Hrishitaha. So from Harsha Hrishitaha. Okay. Asmi Hrishitaha. Cha Me Manaha Pramvyathitam. Prakarshena vyathitam, pramvyathitam, bhayena. He Deva. First address here. Bodhana He Deva. Darshaya. Darshaya is a Kriya Padam. So Madhyapurush Ekvachanam darshaya me. Tad rupam eva. Here is tad. Tat eva. So tat rupam eva. Devesha. He Devesha. So also one more is there. He Jagannivasa. So three words are being addressed. So He Deva, He Devesha, He Jagannivasa. Prasida. Clear? Should I repeat again? Anybody? Simple, no? Anybody got notes? Put it in the chat box quickly. Huh? Can clear? PVA team? Okay. Now look at the meaning. Drishtva. Drishtva. Seeing. Present continuous verb. So Drishtva. Adrishtapurvam. So three aspects of this word. Purvam. Drishtapurvam. Adrishtapurvam. Purvam means before. Drishtapurvam means seen before. Adrishtapurvam means not seen before. Clear? So that which has not been seen before. Adrishtam means what you are thinking normally. In Tamil also. Adrishta adichirte. In Kannada also, right? Adrishta bidbudutu. I don't know in Telugu. Telugu is adrishtam, right? Adrishtam. Adrishtam means what? Luck we think. Adrishtam technically means what? No, not insignificant. Not seen before. Drishtam means seen. Adrishtam means unseen. That's all. Adrishtam means unseen. So, Adrishtapurvam, having which has not been seen before, seeing. So, write in bracket, Vishwarupam. Drishtva Vishwarupam Adrishtapurvam. That's what you understand. Seeing this universal form which has not been seen before. So there are, you can say, either Arjuna is saying, I have not seen this before, or other people have not seen this before. Asmi Hrishitaha, I am delighted. Asmi, I am what? Hrishitaha, delighted. So he's saying that, I've achieved the goal I wanted to what meet. Actually, I wanted to see this. I want to understand what Vibhuti Yoga practically. So what is Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga? Practical Vibhuti Yoga is equal to Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. So which is more interesting? All of you have been in physics, chemistry classes. Which is more interesting? Theory class or practical class? So when you do the first generator in electrical lab, it's very interesting, right? Practical is very interesting. So I think all that is fine. You explained in Vibhuti Yoga, 6th, 7th chapter, 9th chapter, all that is fine. Or Dhyana Vijnana Yoga, Raja Vidya, Raja, all the text is fine. But seeing is believing. So I'm delighted having seen the universal form has not been seen before. So first acknowledging, I'm very delighted. बहुत खुश हो गया, very happy. But what? So he's very happy, no? Then he said, Bhagavan, continue in the same form. I'll keep on doing sightseeing. I have not seen many things. Anybody else would have told, I have not seen so many other places. So if you have taken a free trip all over the world, what you will do? Will you say, quickly finish the trip? Extend by another 1 year. So many places I have not seen. No, Tokyo, Dekna, Indonesia, Dekna, all that you have, Australia, you see so many places. Here he says, at the same time, cha means the same time, me manaha, my mind, pravyathitam, prakarshena vyathitam has been impacted, been afflicted with what? Bhayena, fear. So you got a fear. Will you want to continue on the trip? Mind is full of fear. The fear we want to see, better get back to home quickly, right? Like that. So here he's saying, at the same time, your mind is afflicted with fear. Bhayena. Hey Deva, O Lord, Hey Bhagavan, what you should do? Darshaya me. Darshaya Kriyapadam. Show me what? Tad Rupam Eva. Tad means that. This is universal form, Vishwarupam. That is what? Normal form. So that. Tat means that. That familiar in bracket. So, Rupam, form itself. Eva means itself. Verily, you show me that familiar form. Please take away this universal form. So, look at Bhagavan. If Arjuna asks him to show the form, he has to show Vishwarupam. He says, please show me normal form, I show normal form. But is it difficult for Bhagavan? Not all difficult, natural. So, it's what? He is a Mayavi. Yes or no? Mayaviva vijrumbhayatyapi maha yogiva yasvechaya. Not only Parameshwara is Mayavi, and Krishna Paramatma is the greatest Mayavi. Why? Devi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. If he has to create Maya, Bhagavan also should be Mayavi or not? Huh? Also the greatest magician. So very easy for him to change the form. You see, no? Only in your films, people change form quickly. Here, Bhagavan is literally changing the form quickly, immediately, instantaneously. Darshaya me tad rupam meba, that familiar form itself. Now he's saying Devesha. So you are a god of gods. Devanam Ishaha Deveshaha. He Devesha. This is Sambodhana. He Devesha. So what are the three addressing words here? He Deva, He Devesha, He Jagannivasa. He Bhagavan, who is the abode of the entire universe. See, again and again this word comes up. Why Jagannivasa is a very important word. We keep on saying Jagannivasa. All those things. Should remember the Upanishad mantra. Yatoba ima nibhuta nijayante. E najata nijivanti. Yatrayanti abhisambishanti. So that is Jagannivasa. So for you, Upanishad mantra in one word is Jagannivasa. So Jagadeva Nivasaha. So the entire universe is what? Present in Bhagavan, abode of the entire universe. Prasidha, be gracious, be kind. So, be kind to me. And so, what is the message? If you have to be kind to me, you should go back to your normal form. So, you don't have much time. So, next class, what we'll do is we'll go in detail, sloka number 36 to 45, then proceed further in the Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. Let us stand sloka number 45 and end the class. Arjuna Uvacha Adrishtapurvam Hrishitosmi Drishtva Bhayena cha Pramyathitam Mano Me Tadeva Me Darshaya Deva Rupam Prasida Devesha Jagannivasa. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now, a couple of announcements. So, we'll shortly be completing the 11th chapter. So, people will be curious, what are we going to do next? Here is the what? The program. So, after completing the 11th chapter, I don't want to leave you high and dry. We will do summary of all the remaining chapters. I've already given 12 to 18. You would have forgotten. So 12 to 18. So that you can be constantly in touch with the Gita Shastram, and also all the recordings will be released with the links for you to study in detail. So I'll do one summary every class for the next 7 classes after completing the Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. Then we will start Sandhya Vandanam program. So I also plan to sit Kanchipuram and request Periva to give what? Anugrah Bhashanam for Sandhya Vandanam program. Very important, because after learning all of Gita, important is go back and follow Dharma. And following Dharma, the most important is following Sandhya Vandanam. It's for everybody. I'll explain to you clearly. So detailed format for people who have got what? Yajnopavitam. For other people also Sandhya Vandanam, what is that you should do, including Stris. Understand this. All can attend. Everybody can know the meaning. So you'll understand the value of Sandhya Vandanam. You'll know what are the meanings, the contextual what benefit you will get by doing Sandhya Vandanam, all that, and individual word by word meaning. You understand properly. After doing Sandhya Vandanam program, we'll start the Kathopanishad. Then go forward to all the other Upanishads, and then in between we'll also start Brahma Sutras if possible. Yes. we'll publish. Time, it's going to take some time for the ebook team to, all the ebooks will be published. Please understand. So just like we finished 11th chapter, 12th is getting ready. Hopefully, all these no books will get published. Also, PBA for all the chapters will be available. So if you go online some point in time, all the 18 chapters, ebook PBA will be available. And for Sandhya Vandanam program also, I'll give the book with the meaning upfront so that you all have download, because it's not available. Gita book is available, Upanishad is available, but Sandhya Vandanam with meaning is very rare. Download the book and be ready. I'll announce the program next week after seeking Perivas Anugraham. Okay. So this is something to keep in mind. Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tatsate. Krishna 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 Krishna. शुभमस्तु समस्त सन्मंगलानि मुक्त्यात. हरि ओम नारायण नारायण.